Hello everybody, welcome back to the Austrian Grand Prix for tonight in Tier 3 from MRC. It's still and I'm still joined by Bit, and yeah, we're back for this time the formation lap. So 37 laps instead of the 36. Hive is extremely quick on this formation lap. I'm very surprised by that.
Yeah, he's left Ty clear by quite a good few car lengths, and ideally I think Ty clear should be going with Hive because of it's Hive that sets the pace for the formation lap, because that is
but
well over 10 car lengths.
It is, but we were talking about Taiwan and
yeah, you don't want to take too much out now. So
in Tyler's position, I would do exactly.
Yeah.
In Tyler's position, I would do exactly that.
Yeah.
I would do exactly that. I would save my tyres and not going to kill them just for the sake of being behind him. We all have our own preferences when it comes to tyres, but yeah, on a track like this, I'd rather save my tyres because they're going to be screaming for.
A few people missing the grid spots. Ty clear, Prix, Simba failing to park his car properly. I think they need to go back to the driving exams. Same with Drag King as well, missing his grid slot.
Do you have your driving license? Right, we're coming to get racing now. Let's go on board with Stube and see how everybody else around him goes. So it's a good start for Shelov. Oh, Shelov goes to the inside and there's big contact with Ty Clear.
Clear away is Hive, so great start.
Yeah, and Triz is going through right now. He's taking advantage of the chaos that's unfolded ahead of him. Goes a little deep there into turn 3, but manages to avoid the contact with Kick Shelov. There is a fight between Stube and Sabi though for P5, sorry. And it looks like Sabi's got it, but there's contact. He goes too deep, and there's contact with Ty Clear. Ty Clear spins around and goes down to P13, probably 14. Yeah, he's still dropping. That could be seen by the stewards.
16th is the Haas now, so Ty Clear down to 16th after that incident.
Yeah, he will not have enjoyed that first lap, having been pushed wide after turn 1 and this moment at turn 4. As always, when something happens, don't lash it out in general chat or in the YouTube chat. Put your hands up in the stewarding section. Put your
Nell's already in the pits, and the higher tier drivers all pitching at the end of lap 1 as by the rules.
Yeah, and Hive Eclipse had a moment there because he's completely dropped off, and Shelov has created over a second gap over the guys behind him, so he's in a great position to pull away in this race because the guys behind will be fighting each other.
Stu's made it past Hive up to third place, so Hive has gone from first down to fourth since the very start.
Yep, the Kicksabers, I mentioned it earlier on, they had a good race in real life this weekend, and Hive had a moment there as well, so I think that Wookie's got front wing damage. Yeah, he's got an end plate missing because of Hive Eclipse spin. And
he's lost it again, but he's kept bouncing across the gravel as well, getting some slight airtime. What is going off with that Aston Martin?
Has he picked the right setup? I'm wondering, because he's looking really twitchy here.
Well, he's going into the pits now. There's no damage on the Aston Martin, but like you say, that was sketchy. So has he got his setup or not?
Wookie's in the pits as well. I would have tried to stay out if I were him, because this is going to hurt his strategy a lot. Of course, it would have hurt him to stay out, but yeah, really not what Wookie was looking forward to.
Ross going for a send down at turn 3, overshoots, and Simba and Drag King go through for 5th and 6th, and now Drag King's going to be having DRS on Simba down towards turn 4, and that's the Aston ahead of the McLaren.
There's a lot of fighting going on between the RB and the Haas behind of Gene Genie and Ty Clear. Ty Clear makes the position. And he's going to be attacking Drifthawk next in the Mercedes. But crucially, they all have DRS. He's closing in so quickly to the back of the Mercedes. I don't know if it's energy and someone's going to the pits, and that throws quite a few drivers off.
Ross was going into the pits. He stuck to the right hand side of the track to signify
which is
that
what
he
has to do. Yeah. So it's not his fault, but Ty Clear loses it. So that tyre where he received in the first lap is probably coming back to haunt him now. Dropping down to P12. What is going on ahead? We've got Stube catching up to Triz, but crucially, Triz has caught up to the back of Kick Shedov. He's just about a second behind him, so he will be benefiting from DRS as much as a tow. Right now, he will be having some a bit of dirty air, but let's see if he still gains some time. So Triz, just like he did, what was it, in Canada, I think, showing great pace despite not being in the best of positions.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful in that middle sector and Stube as well, because they're both in the dirty air of the cars in front. As we've got a massive scrap for I think it's 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th with
Quimo is smelling blood here.
Quimo, Gene Genie and Double J, Jacob Jones, also known as 5J Rooster.
I was saying Quimo is smelling blood, but Gene Genie's going for the move here on Quimo.
Mr. Clean himself.
That was really clean. That was a very, very clean move. Got the late braking, got the car stopped, gave the space. That ticks all the boxes. Well done.
Yeah, it's nice to see Gene Genie back after many seasons. One of the cleanest drivers we've had in the league, hence why he got nicknamed Mr. Clean for so many seasons, because you hardly seen him pick up a penalty. Ooh! Drifthawk having a moment which has opened the door to Gene Genie. He's on the outside going to turn 9, but Drifthawk holds the position firm. Had a bit of a moment in the middle sector which allowed the Racing Bull to get alongside the Mercedes, but I believe Gene Genie will sit behind. No, he's having a little look on the inside of turn 1, but stays behind the Mercedes and he'll have DRS on the run to turn 3. He's past the Mercedes already, even before the braking zone. You got the McLaren. Yeah, you got the Quimo and 5J behind the McLaren, and I think that's a car just spat off, I think. Yeah,
I think 5J lost a bit of rear there, but kept it under control afterwards.
Yeah.
But Gene Genie's got so much straight line speed. I don't know if it's just the energy, but he looked really, really quick on that straight line.
He's ahead of Drifthawk now, and he's.
Simba had a moment there. He's lost P6, and he's got front wing damage. So I don't know if there was contact with Sabi.
Possibly. So that'll probably be a trip to the pits for them. No, he's staying out. He's sticking with the damage.
I think he should stay out because he's very close to the pit window. So he may as well extend by 1 or 2 laps.
About lap 9, lap 10, probably see people on the mediums pitting. Don't really want to be going any further than lap 10.
No, unless you want to do one stop. In which case you have to aim for lap 15, 14, 16.
Yeah, which I don't know how it was pulled off in Tier 2. I think
it was
2 stops the safest option, really.
Yes,
around
it is the safest option. Yeah. But Saviour pulled it off as well in Tier 1. The issue I had with it, he's going for the move there on the inside. Ooh. I think he was entitled there, Drift. I think he was entitled, but Simba goes back around the outside there, stakes to the inside, and the Merc goes a little too wide there.
Oh, they're still nudging.
Yeah, I think he should have lifted off there, Drifthawk. Simba clearly
which has opened the door for Quimo in the other McLaren.
Let's go on board with Quimo and see the fighting going ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, both
goes
McLarens
to the
now
pits
ahead
this
of Drift
time.
Hawk.
And Fire Joe Rooster goes wide there as well. But Quimo's got a penalty. I missed that one. So what are the fights going on ahead? We've got GTS Drag King, our Tier 4 reserve. I think he started at the back. I don't know if you can confirm it, but
He
goes wide here.
was amongst the high tier drivers, but I think there was only one high tier driver ahead of him, which was...
No, he's a Tier 4 driver. Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry, I understand what you mean, sorry, yeah. Okay, yeah, amongst the... Oh! Switches to the left and leaves plenty of room on the inside. That's a very good...
outside of the Red Bull.
Yeah.
Don't tend to see him move around the outside at turn 4.
He's showing the Tier 3 guys how it's done. So the Tier 4 reserve in P4. Do you think he can actually do it tonight?
Sabi's completely... Oh, Sabi, yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, we saw it in the background, and we've seen the aftermath. So we've got a safety car coming out.
Yep.
And
that's ideal for those on the medium tyres.
It is.
The front 3 have gone past the safety car, so they can make their way round and come in before before the safety car gets caught, getting tongue-tied and stuttery.
No worries, I can do that a lot, so it can't be much worse. Oh, I love the graphic glitch of the wing changing. They removed the front wing, but the front wing was still there, and then put a front wing over the front wing on Simba. So we were talking about Simba earlier on.
Glitch on old games. It's a very old one, that.
We were talking about Simba staying out, not needing. He had to pit at some point. I think there was front wing damage there.
Yeah, there was.
No, okay.
There was damage on the front wing on the right-hand side, I believe.
No, I meant exiting the pits. I thought someone got damaged, but I must have got it wrong. Anyway, Simba, we were saying that he could have got to the pits, but he was so close to the pit window that he could still go a little further and hope for something, and something did happen. He did get a safety car, so that really diminished the pain of changing a front wing, basically. So he was in P6, he's dropped down to P8.
Yeah,
it's not that bad.
Front 3 finally in. We've got Kick in the Kick Sauber going to the hard tyre for his second stint.
Okay. Was he on the mediums to start with?
I believe he was on the mediums to start with, yes.
Yeah, medium hard. We've got Triz on medium.
So Triz has got medium, and Stube is on a set of hards as well. So even Stube's gone from the medium to the hard. So both Saubers going for the same strategy, the medium hard route.
Got Drift Hawk and Tycley on medium as well. And that is it. So yes, sorry guys, I didn't have a look at the messages from the first stream, and we haven't had a look at the messages from this stream either, so let's have a look at what you guys have been talking about. I see that we are 24 viewers, so that's good numbers for us tonight. Please do leave a like. How many do... We've got one single like, so I'm expecting at least 8 likes. Come on, guys. 24 of us. At least 1 in 3 has to leave a like tonight. Let's have a look at the live chat then. John Baldwin supporting GTS Drag King, and your driver is doing pretty well as it stands. Let's have a look at the amount of positions that have been gained this race. He's gained 13 positions. He's done in P17. So, yeah, having a great race in the Aston Martin, that guy tonight. Tier 4 reserve as well. So it's not often that we see lower tier reserves doing that well in a race. And crucially for him, he doesn't have to follow the higher tier reserve rules of pitting on whatever lap. And
no, he's got free reign.
Yeah. So basically, he's there on merit. Yeah, just. I would like to see him win this race, to be honest, like doing it ahead of Tier 3 guys. That would be
Well,
quite special.
he's taken the fight to the tier 3
Oh, yeah.
drivers,
Yeah,
and
he is.
he's, like you say, he's up to P4 from his starting position. And with this safety car, it's bunched them all back up, so it's a complete reset. And I'm just looking at the tail end of the order, and the back 4 cars that are left running are all Ferrari powered, with the Hasses and Ferrari all sharing the final 4 places of the safety car train, with Smith, Ross, Smith, Tyclear and Winky in those tail end of the train.
They are, but they also have cars in P1 and P3.
Yeah.
So they're probably still the motorists scoring most points tonight, as it stands. Blank, so annoyed that he couldn't make it this week. I can't remember if he raced last. No, yeah, he got P7 or 8 last week, and he had a really good fight with Maka in the first race. So yeah, this would have been a good opportunity for you, just as much of an opportunity as for Wookie to close the gap to Maka tonight. So supporting the Red Bulls, the Racing Bulls, sorry. Good evening, Mandy. Welcome to the chat. Yeah.
Just to run through last week, obviously Maka won last week in Brazil, Wookie was second, and Kick was third. That was your top 3. Blank finished down in P7.
Okay.
And I believe in the standings, as I was talking about in the other stream, Blank is P3 in the championship. Triz is P4. So Blank not being able to make it is in a bit of a predicament. The gap between Blank and Triz is only 2 points. So, but I'm sure when Blank does come back, he'll probably be able to claw the points back that he loses.
Right, so we will be going on board with Stoob, so we can keep an eye on the top 2 at the restart. The safety car is coming in at the end of this lap, and it's already joined the pit lane, so it's all on Kick Shelov now to manage this restart. And it looks like he's gone. He has gone. And I think it's taken, yeah, Triz is 7 tenths behind, nearly 8, so he's been caught napping there. And yeah, so Kick is at least safe for this lap. Now his mission will be to pull away by over a second to Triz. And it looks like GCS Track is already putting Stoob under pressure here.
A lot of penalties coming out of turn 1 on that restart. We had Mutsnuts and Wookie both getting 3 seconds on the exit of turn 1. It'll be interesting to see how quickly those drivers that have decided to swap on the harder tyre for their current stint now, how quickly they can get those tyres firing and working.
Turned into Gene Genie there. Gene was on the inside, and yeah, I think he should have been given more space there. Oh well. Drift Talk overtakes Gene Genie as well, so Gene Genie not enjoying this safety car restart with people around him probably bullying him a little bit. Got Simba having a good restart as well on those hard tyres. Only half a second away from 2 medium tyre runners. And actually, we're going to go on board with 5J Rooster to have a look at if Simba... Wow, that straight line speed that Simba's showing is massive. He goes to the inside. Does he actually go for the move? No, he bails out of it, but he gets a good exit, I think. Has a bit of a twitch there. And now maybe 5J Rooster is going to put him under pressure. But look at that straight line speed from Simba. It's massive. It's absolutely massive.
Bit of a lock-up for Drag King. Sorry to butt in, but Drag King's got ahead of Stu for P3. Yeah. So the Astons moved up a place, went down the inside of the braking for turn 4. A little bit of a lock up on the Aston Martin, but
Oh,
made the move
Simba
stick
spins
nice
out.
and clean.
He tried to go around the outside and, yeah, breaks his front left
And
suspension.
we've got another full safety car.
We've got a new safety car. So the Lion King causes the second safety car. And do you think we're going to get any pit stops tonight on this one? We've got Heideklitz, who's on 11-lap-old hard tyres, so he's got to go in.
Nels is in as well. I believe the high-tier drivers must pit under the safety car. I think
Yeah,
that's
there's something
in
like
the
that,
rules.
yeah.
But they cannot use the soft tyre as well. They must use the medium hard tyres only. They're not allowed to use the soft tyres neither, which is a bit of a saving grace, really, because you don't really want to be using the soft tyres in the race round here, because you'll be done within, 2 or 3 laps. They'll be out of whack.
Yeah. 2 laps, they're still kind of okay, but 3rd lap you start feeling quite a bit of lack of responsiveness in your turning. And
a bit of a sideways moment for I think that was Ty clearing the Haas out of turn 4. The back end just decided to step out on him. You mentioned that 2 laps on the softs are still generally alright. I think you did try on the practice on Sunday before the races got underway to attempt a double running qualifying, so a quick lap, cool down, quick lap, and the tyre wear just wasn't there on the second run, if I could remember you saying.
Work.
So bona fide
that's qualifying. That's
different kettle of fish for the race.
In the race it's still okay because you're not taking as much out of the tyres, you're managing them. But beyond that, you really just want to use them for a very, very late safety car restart. That's about it. Very similar to F124 in that regards, but just not a very good set of tyres. C5s and especially the C6, they're something else, those tyres. It really is reminiscent of the hyper soft tyres. Can you remember that pink?
Yeah, you had the
pink ball tyre.
Ridiculous. Yeah, you had so many tyres back then. You had the the hyper soft, the super soft, the soft tyre, the medium,
ultra soft,
the hard
as well.
Yeah, the ultra soft as well.
Hard,
I think they were purple.
Hard.
Yeah, and then you had the inters and the
and the wets. Yeah.
The skit. It was like Skittle season then, just all the different coloured tyres back then. It's
taste the
I'm
rainbow.
so glad they've gone race the rainbow.
Yeah,
this ain't Mario Kart.
That F1 missed a trick there. Let's go in space and
if F1
have
had a collab with Mario Kart.
mate, it's a matter of time. There's a collab with Lego. There's going to be a collab with Disney.
I did see a collab with McLaren and Sonic the Hedgehog somewhere. So McLaren are doing a collab with Sonic the Hedgehog. So I'm looking forward to that one. And I'm quite surprised if it's got anything to do with the new Sonic racing game that's coming out later. I know a lot of people probably watching the stream are probably thinking, what the is he on about? And I do believe that if they are having a collab with Sonic the Hedgehog, we may see one of the McLaren drivers. If it is, I won't be surprised if Lando Norris doesn't turn up in the latest Sonic racing game, because it'd be interesting to say the least. It won't be the first time we've had Sonic and F1 under the same umbrella, because going back to 1993 with Donington Park, it was known as the Sega European Grand Prix, and that brilliant trophy that Ayrton Senna picked up of Sonic the Hedgehog. Favourite trophy by far.
Wasn't there as well a team that had Sonic the Hedgehog sponsors on it?
I believe Williams ran Sonic the Hedgehog on their car that day as well, and
That's
I
what it must have
believe
been,
on
yeah.
the top of his helmet, Damon Hill had, I think, Sonic the Hedgehog symbol on the top of his helmet that day as well. It was very Sega and S because it was the main sponsor. But anyway, we're going green flag
Yes,
racing
we are.
soon with Kick taking the Kick Sauber to get this race back underway again.
So we are on board with GTS Drag King, as we did earlier on, trying to keep an eye on the top two. Kit Shedov going for a much later restart. And is he going to go at the line? He's gone now, so about 150 meters away from the start-finish line, sorry. So he's half a second ahead, so it's not worked as well as earlier on, but still going well. And crucially, Triz's tires will be much more worn than they were earlier on. So let's have a look further backwards. Drift is alone, Stube is alone, but he's coming under pressure from Gene Genie, who has got some pretty good straight line speed we saw earlier on. So maybe he will be sitting back just for this lap, and will be attacking with DRS next lap. Wookie has gone through on his teammate Fire J Rooster, sticking to the outside.
He's still holding it. Bit of a lock up for the. Ooh, you don't want to be hitting your teammate. That's rule one. Don't run into your teammate. Lando Norris broke that rule in Canada a few weeks ago.
He did indeed, and Oscar nearly followed suit last week. I nearly had a heart attack when I saw that. I was like, no, come on.
Off. Ross has had a mistake in the towards the end of Sector 2. He's got going again, so no involvement for Bert Mylander again.
Yeah, it is becoming a bit of a day to forget for the moment in terms of performance.
Drag King's looking racy on the hard tyre, right up behind Triz with DRS.
Yeah, he's absolutely going for it.
Yeah, he's not holding back. He's saying, I may be a tier 4.
He's gone for it.
I mean, he is on the inside of turn 3.
Sticks to the
both
inside.
Drivers plenty of pace. He'll have
Triz got a good
both
exit.
of them have got DRS. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're half a second away from Shedov as well. So,
oh, that's a bit of a late moment from Drag King.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to watch that back, but I think that Triz came back to the left. Oh, wow!
A bit of contact there as well.
That
and
is
not... got 3 seconds for it as well.
Yeah, well, that will definitely be looked at. That will definitely be looked at by the steward, because that was not Drag King's fault that he went wide, and I'm not sure that was proper defending there from Triz. Anyway, let's look backwards, because we've got Stube, who's less than half a second away. 0.3 of a second away from Drift Hawk in the Mercedes, and it looks like he's slowing down in the pit lane to have DRS on the next one, but he's coming under pressure from Wookie, who will be putting himself some pressure on this straight line, so he had to react to Stube going wide and having a moment at the exit of turn 1 as Stube goes for the move. But can a switchback happen here from Drift Hawk? Oh, he does try the switchback, but Wookie was there, so he had to give some space, and Wookie drifts to the
water. Oh, got a V-car. Gene Genie's gone round in the Racing Bull, yeah. Had a moment on the exit of turn 3. He's dropped down to 15th, now 16th, but he's got a lot of work back to ground to catch up as well. I don't think there was any contact. I think the car just went on their own, because it is very easy to lose the rear under traction on the exit of turn 3, especially spinning the rears up, or even just getting the line slightly wrong, because I think there's an off-camber section on the inside that will allow the rear to go a bit light, and around it goes.
Wookie's all over the back of Drift Hawk. I think that his hard tyres are starting to show the pace that the mediums have lost now. 13 laps on those medium tyres. Of course, there have been 65 laps, but it's probably 7, 8 racing laps. So now they're starting to feel the wear. And Wookie goes to the inside and makes the move count. He sticks to the inside, tries to leave as much space as possible. That's good. That's fair racing from him. I think he's got DRS. I labelled him last
week the fastest rookie in MRC. Wookie the rookie. Well,
unfortunately for him, he's not a rookie, so...
I know. spur of the moment,
we can't
because
give
I
him
just had a bit of
that benefit of the doubt.
I know, it's just a bit of a moment from last week where I called him Rookie instead of Wookie, so I just went with it. He didn't mind it, he enjoyed it.
You know what? If he were in an Aston Martin, I would be completely rolling with that, because he would be the Fernando Alonso of this league, the eternal rookie.
Oh yeah, the oldest rookie. As Drift talks, nice. Bit of carbon fibre bouncing across towards turn 10 in the background. I just saw whilst following Wookie.
So what is GTS
Wookie's had a moment out of turn 1 as well, and he's now behind Ty Clear. He's now back with his teammate again.
Yeah, Ty Clear's recovered really well. He was P14, I think, on the restart. Up to P7, that's much more like it for him, considering he qualified in, what was it, P2, I think. So getting back to the cars in front, trying to get the bigger points. What about GTS Drag then? Because he's been setting the race alight with his overtaking. We've got the yellow flag in the middle sector.
Had a moment.
He's dropped down to P12 now. I think it was the pole sitter, Hive Eclipse as well. So
yes, Hive was the pole sitter.
So plenty of pressure being put on Triz.
Having a little look at turn 1, but decides to sit back. But he's definitely keeping Triz.
I think he's a little bit too
he's hardly
close
let the William
right here, because he's not getting too much of a benefit from the.
But he's having
the inside, locks up.
He's having a look. Fair play.
Yeah.
Oh no!
What happened? The angle was terrible there. What happened?
I don't think there was any contact. I think Drag King just lost the car.
No, there was contact. I think Triz spun out. I think he lost traction and he spun into GTS Drag King, I think.
Yeah, it was a horrible camera angle for me as well. That's why I couldn't tell exactly what happened myself.
I'll jump onto the stream, but this should be a virtual safety car. Yeah, it is a virtual safety car. It's a safety car. It's a safety car. Yeah, full safety car. I'll have a look at the stream. That's such a shame, because
drive-through for Como and Hive.
10-second penalty for Hive.
10
collision. Let's have a look.
Are in.
I can't tell you how gutted I am.
He was doing so well, was Drag King as well. It was a last-minute stand-in after the lobby reset. Started down 17th, I believe you said.
Yeah.
And he was running third, tier 4 driver, fighting with tier 3s, and he was right up behind the Williams of Triz since the restart, and he was hanging on well on those hard tyres, especially with Triz's mediums going to be slowly coming towards the end of their respective life, and you don't like to see that, but it's unfortunate circumstances. But he can still hold his head high because of the performance he pulled out. I mean,
and he's got another race coming up anyway.
Yeah, and he can take that with him and may even use that to his advantage, because, as you say, he will be racing his respective tier 4, which will be following on after tier 3 finishes.
Yep. I've just had a look from the stream, and it looks like Triz turns into him, but I don't believe he turned into him. I really think that he lost traction there. Just like, I think it was Gini earlier on the exit of turn 3.
Yeah.
You said he spun out, so I can't remember how many laps of wear he had on his tyres, but yeah, he must have spun out of that corner, and GTS Drag King was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nels, the higher tier driver, pits under the safety car as the rules, which has put Ty Clear in the lead now, because he
stayed out.
I don't think he's pitted under the safety car with being on the hard tyre.
And I think he had to stay out because if you can remember, he had to pit earlier on.
Yeah,
towards the start of the race.
He hasn't got a fresh set.
Yeah, yeah. Or he goes for a set of soft tyres. Yeah, that's a bad idea. So not even me. I wouldn't even go for it. You know how I am with tyres, but even me, I wouldn't go for that. Not that mad. But Kick Shelov is going to have such a big advantage over Taikli on the restart. Taikli would be lucky, I think, to survive the restart. He'd be even luckier to survive the second lap of the restart. Stube as well is in a good position here. P3, fresh tyres. So
yeah,
maybe
it's looking very good for Sauber because
yeah.
if Sauber can hold on, they could come away with the maximum points. As long as they keep it tidy and don't break rule 1, which is have contact with your teammate.
Of course. So it's going to depend on if they are working together. But behind them, they have two very how would I say that in English? Because in French we'd say a good client. They've got basically two good rivals. Triz has had a very good season, I'd say, so far. He's been showing so much pace. He's just not always been very lucky. And same for Wookie. He's always very quick. A bit of glitch in there from Shelov.
Yeah, Wookie's always been consistently near the front end of Tier 3 for the last couple seasons now.
So it's going to be a very aggressive and eventful restart, I think, especially since Wookie's on mediums as well. So he's going to have to get the overtakes done very early on before he hits tyre wear and try and pull away. So he's going to be very aggressive from the restart.
Yeah, and with being it under safety car, he's not taking a lot out of the mediums, so those mediums will comfortably should make it to the finish from here whenever the safety car comes in, which could be this lap.
I think it's going to be next lap. I'm not sure
it is lap. In.
Yep, we've hit the maximum amount of laps for the safety car. I thought there was another lap left. Okay, fair enough. I'd rather have that.
I've still got time to get onto the back of the train.
Have you seen what I've... Oh, we've got 32 people watching. Wow. Okay. And 32 people are watching Hive Eclipse at the back on soft tyres.
Is he?
Absolute man.
Hive, you bold boy. That is risky, that.
Yeah, he's going all in.
You brave boy. You brave boy.
Trying to make Aston Martin
proud. I believe
Ty
clear up. Oh, he's gone, but I'm surprised he's gone this early because I thought he'd leave it a little bit later with being on that much tyre life compared to Kick, because Kick is already attacking him down to turn 1.
Yeah, he's already under pressure and
he's already got it. So Sauber back into P1 and Stube's already going to be onto the back of the Haas as well, going down to turn 3.
This is perfect execution here from Kick Shelov because he would have overtaken Ty Clear before the DRS gets activated, and he has a whole lap to try and pull away from a guy who's got 7 more laps of tyre wear than him. He's already 7 tenths up, 8 tenths up, and his teammate's going for the move. Yellow flag, sorry.
Nearly a moment.
So right now, Shelov is just over...
on the back of Stube now, and as you say, Wookie on the medium tyres. You said he was going to be quick on this restart, and he's almost pushing Stube around this middle sector on the quicker tyre. He
is, and crucially now, Shelov is over a second away, so he's safe from DRS, and all the fighting is going to be happening with Ty Clear. He's the leader of this short train, 3-car train, with Drift Hawk quite a few, a second and a bit behind. How long can Ty Clear survive here? If he can survive till
it's a bit of a saving grace to Ty Clear that Wookie's there with Stube, because it means Stube's going to have his rear view full of the Alpine, and he may not be able to get much of an attack onto the Haas, but he's right under the gearbox of the Haas now, as well as the Alpine under the Sauber. DRS open, Stube to the inside. Bit of a contact as Stube was going on through.
Yeah, I missed that because I was looking at
Yeah,
another
there was a
fight.
slight bang of wheels between the Haas and Sauber as Stube was going through, and Wookie follows through as well. So that's Stube up to P2, Wookie up to P3. So it is a Sauber 1-2 now, with the French in third.
French
I
card,
thought I'll
yeah.
I'll quickly say that one because you're in here. You live there, but you hate it.
No, living here is great. Living here is great, honestly, it's great. It's just the people.
But now we've got a right scrap for second and third now with Stube and Wookie, because as Kick is, he's 1.7 seconds up the road from Stube, which means it's pretty much game on for second and third between Stube and Wookie.
Triz gets up to
Switzerland
P5.
versus France.
Yeah.
Sauber versus Alpine.
It's the Romain Grosjean derby.
Yes.
He's Swiss-French. Fight between Triz and Drift Talk.
Yeah. And
that's what I've been following. And,
Double J Fire J Roosters there as well. Jacob Jones. Ooh.
Drift Talk turned in really early there. Triz was there, so he couldn't pull away there. And nearly contact there from Fire J Rooster. He went in really hot there.
He got out just about from that as Smits picked up 3 seconds. The only problem Wookie's got with the predicament that he's in is, yes, he's in third, but even if he gets past Stube, he's got a penalty to carry, so he's got to try and gap that.
Well,
and
I think he's got to...
as we know, those mediums will be going off a lot quicker than those hard tyres. He goes
for the move there.
Turn 3. Stube leaves space, which is all well
and
and
Wookie
fine.
does as well. Wookie does as well, so that's great.
Clean as a whistle. And he got DRS as well out of turn 3, so Wookie playing that to perfection.
Yep. But if I were him, I would rather work with Stube because he's going to be hitting a lot of tyre wear before the end of the race. So realistically speaking, it's going to be very hard to beat Stube. It's much more likely, though, that he will be pulling away from the cars behind him if he works with Stube, which would save him from his penalty. So I would try and work with Stube instead of fighting with him right now.
Yeah, but with those two fighting, it's pretty much allowed Kick to just break free. He's got 2.6 seconds as we go on to lap 31 as he just goes through turn 1.
Harvey Clips, can you remember? He was at the very back of the grid.
Yes, he was on the soft tyres. He's been absolutely carving up a storm up to P7 since that restart.
And that is despite
But the question
having...
is, how long are those softs going to hang on for?
Well...
Not for long.
I'm going to add another question. When is he going to pit? Because I don't think those tyres are going to get to the end. And crucially, though, he's got front wing damage.
Yeah, so that's going to put a bit more extra wear onto that right-hand side, I believe, that the end plate's missing on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're looking at
that's where the load is when you're turning left.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the right tyre.
Plus, he's going to be getting the tyres worn by the dirty air from the car in front. That doesn't help things either. It doesn't affect the tyres too much, but it definitely plays a factor. So dirty air and wing damage is not a combination you want, especially around a track like this.
Definitely not. Whoa, a bit of a moment there from Wookie in P2. I don't think he'll be put under pressure at the end of this stretch. Oh, he might be. Let's go on board with Stube and see. No, he lifts off a little. Back. But Triz does go for the move on Tie Clear. That is an actual move for position because none of them have penalties. What is going on behind them? We've got Hive Eclipse trying to hold on to his position. Has good traction there on the exit despite his warm soft tyres. Of course, he's got much fewer laps on his tyres, but they wear so much quicker. So I think his tyres are not as good as those of the guys around him right now on lap 6 of his stint.
He's doing well keeping hold of Triz, and I believe I would probably say that Triz and Drifthawk Sorry, Drift Hawk is just ahead of Hive. For saying that probably Drift Hawk is on fresher tyre, a lot fresher tyres than what Hive is he gets 3 seconds as Selders. Jacob 5J Rooster. He's holding on to the back of that Mercedes pretty well for saying he's on the soft tyre at this stage.
Yeah, I'm impressed, yeah.
And getting the DRS off the Mercedes is definitely helping him defend from the likes of Ross and everyone else behind. So he may be using the Mercedes to keep position, so that's probably what I'm guessing, because he may not have the traction out of corners to attack Drift Hawk, but he's definitely keeping it in effect to be able to defend from the cars behind.
Just very quickly, everybody, we're on lap 33, coming up to lap 34 of the Austrian Grand Prix. We've got, I don't know, I think it's still 30 viewers, 29 viewers. We've got 12 likes, so we hit my target. I'm going to give you another one. Let's get up to 15 likes. Let's get 1 and 2 viewers to like this stream, please. So, starting lap 34 right now with Kik Shelov and Stube in P3. Looking to complete a 1-2 for what is going to be a really good week for the Kik Saubers. Do you think Stube is going to try and get the position, or is he just going to stay behind? Well, actually, no, we're getting an answer here.
On the inside now.
And he's gone for it. So,
the only problem with Wookie is that Triz has got past Ty Clear, and now Triz is within 3 seconds of Wookie, so Wookie's not safe from holding on to P3 now.
Hive Eclipse has gone to the inside there of Drift Hawk in the Mercedes. Does he get DRS? He does get DRS, so he should be able to complete the move after this straight. Let's go on board with him. No, he doesn't. So very good defending there from Drift Hawk. They both gave each other
in the Ferrari, gaining the position off of Ross. So Winky up to P8 in the Ferrari. Wow. Genie looking. Oh, there's contact between Ross and Genie.
This is turning out to be a really good race for Winky, and he doesn't have a penalty either, so he could be benefiting from penalties from 2 guys.
Yeah, because you got Hive and Drift Hawk both with penalties.
Exactly.
As Winky has just picked up 3 seconds.
Oh well, so... sorry Winky, we did that to you. Oh, I think he's going to file a complaint against us. Still, it's a very good showing for him, the race he's been having.
The gap between Triz and Wookie and Stu's battle is slowly coming down little by little, because even though Wookie's got DRS and is being pulled along by Stu, it's still not quite enough to stop that gap from closing. It's 1.3, which is easily in the 3 seconds of Wookie, but oh no, as Triz has lost it on the exit of 4 and he's got both end plates gone.
Oh,
he's in the middle of the track as well.
No, not him. No, that's not how you get. Oh well.
Luckily he was ghosted while he was in the middle of the track, and Triz has retired and left the session on the track.
Okay. We move on. Coming up to the final lap here, started by Kik Shelov. Great race from him.
Stubes dropped Wookie by a little bit, so Wookie's medium tyres are not as well as they were at the start of the safety car. Nell's 10 seconds, the higher tier drivers pitting on the penultimate lap onto the final lap. But so it is looking comfortable now for both Saubers.
We've got the fight between Hive Eclipse and Drift Hawk. Hive Eclipse is going to have to give that position back. He went way too deep there. He's going to have to give it back. He can't keep that.
Yeah, Winky's there as well. It's 3 wide going down to turn 4. Winky trying to have a look at both of them. He's took both of them on the inside of turn 4.
Winky showing it how it's done in Belfast, even though he lives in the UK, but in England, but I don't care, he's from Belfast.
Mind you, Kik is about to take... Oh, he's got 3 seconds out the final corner.
Luckily enough for him.
4.5. Luckily for that, yeah.
He's quick.
So it is a Sauber 1-2.
It still is Sauber 1-2, and Stube was too far away to benefit from that. But yeah, great race from Stube. Wookie picks up the podium. after quite a few difficulties in the race. Tyclear had
Winky
a terrible first
P5.
lap. Yep, Winky, honestly, hats off, mate. Great job for, just carrying on, not giving up, and, you get the rewards when the opportunity appears, and, P5 for Winky. That's the feel-good result of the day, I'd say. I mean, we got robbed from a GTS Drag King podium win, whatever. There was a fight going on for him. We got robbed of that, and instead we got a Winky P5. So that's a good.
Will Anderson in the
result.
YouTube chat making an early prediction for P4, saying GTS win for Tier 4, calling it early. Possibly with what he's shown earlier just a moment ago, but
that's not off the cards
don't
because
count.
he's won both first races.
Yeah.
He's on 50 points, so he could definitely win it again. Yeah.
But yeah. There's just something about this track and Sauber now, isn't it? Real life and in the game.
It's as close as it is to home for Sauber anyway. If you can remember, in 2008 there was the
it's no longer
the Euros was in Austria and Switzerland. So
they might as well change it from the Red Bull ring to the kick ring.
Imagine that. Next will be a Twitch ring.
Oh dear.
Well, that's what Kick is. It's a streaming.
It's a streaming service.
But we don't have a monster ring yet. We've got the Red Bull ring, not the monster ring. So here are your different drivers of the day. Let's carry on and have a look at the whole results. We've got Shelov in the Sauber with the win, Stu, Wookie, Tyclear, Winky, Drift Hawk, Genie, BFD Ross, Hyperclips, Vijay Rooster, Quimo. I had to try and get as quick as possible downwards.
Yeah, I had a black screen, so I was using my laptop screen. I will say briefly, I think GTS Drag King was easily going on for driver of the day at the point he was until he retired.
Yeah.
My driver of the day has changed for that reason, and I'm giving my vote to Winky.
I think several drivers here were legitimate
in the shout for it.
Yeah,
I'm just saying my vote goes to Winky from me.
We had Winky.
But there's many candidates.
Yeah, I'd like to mention Wookie and Tyclear because they both dropped way down the order. And had
especially Tyclear having
up.
to pit on lap 1.
Yeah, so good results from all those guys, good performances. And crucially, that's, 16 points for Wookie, a man who's 19 points behind Maka, so that brings him 3 points behind Maka. So championship fight is on, and same for Shelov. That's 25 points for him. I can't remember where he is right now, but the championship is alive in
he
Tier
was
3.
P7. He was... Because he had his
16
first
points,
race
probably.
last week. He got 16. He was 34 behind Maka before this one.
Okay, so it'll be 9 points behind. Okay. Well, anyway, we've got several characters in this story that is the Tier 3 Championship. Anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in, for watching. We got 32 viewers at some point, and 13 likes as it stands. So that's one of the biggest numbers I've seen for a stream, which is unusual for Tier 3, but hey, we're going to accept that very, very with very wide arms. Anyway, thank you for joining. Thank you, Bit, for stepping up. Otherwise, I would have been alone, so thank you very, very much for joining me tonight.
No worries.
And see you in, 15 minutes or whatever it is, for Tier 4, where you will be seeing a bit more of GTS Drag King. So, see you, everybody.